YouTube, what's up? Mace back with another video. Just want to talk about and break down this trade that I took today that made me, I think it was about 196 pips. I believe it was points, whatever you want to call it, on Nasdaq. Um, First trade for the week so far. Last week wasn't too much trades was taken. I think the last trade that I took that week was last week was on a Wednesday. This nice setup that I took for 2 to 1. Didn't trade Thursday nor Friday. But yeah, this week so far starting out, which usually Mondays always start off a little decent, not too much noise in the market. But let's break down the trade here. So on Thursday, you see that we had this nice rally. Well, on Wednesday going into Thursday, we had this nice rally, and we had some diversion started to happen here. So this right now was almost like you could call it. It was like a channel forming right around now. You want to break of this a small pullback to drop. So that's when I know my diversion was actually ended. And what happened is made the nice push down, then started to have a continuation going forward. Came to this resistance area, came back to this. So we got a small pullback, push back up to this resistance, had a retest to this area here, and push back up to these areas once more. So when pushed down to begin Monday morning, this is around 4, this is around London session. I wanted to see when I woke up and dropped the wife and little man off this morning. I wanted to see when the market opens, if the market would have given me either break, retest, so I could continue kind of further, or I was waiting to see if price will actually try to come back to this support area to actually push up. So some people would usually call this same area right now what I'm going to highlight. Some people call this same area right now. Some would try to call this a supply and demand setup, usually because price actually made a push phase after this bearish move. Price made a push phase and then won the top, and then it would have said it tap back into this area to buy. I usually don't do supply and demand, like I said most times, but that's what some people would actually call that. But anyways, I drew this trend line here, so I usually will get my line charts and I will actually draw my trend line, and then I'll just adjust it a little bit more to wherever the wicks are. Afterwards, what I've done to get my entry was, once I seen the New York session open up at 9, like I said, I want to wait for a break, retest the buy. I want to see what price will do at this trend line and this support area. So price started to sell now, made its first wick, so made an aggressive push down and made a wick, right? So if I open up a little bit more, then price made another bearish candle. So my thoughts were, price breaks this retest, I'm actually going to sell. If price doesn't and it actually pushes up, break, retest, and I'm looking for continuation. So price came there, bearish wick, another bearish candle, came with its first bullish candle, but I didn't like how it ended without a nice wick. So what I did when I saw this wick, I said, okay, I'm going to put an entry at the top of this wick. These first couple wicks that actually came out, I'm going to put a buy stop there, because if you guys been watching me or whatever, you guys know that I said I don't really market execute. I would usually just put some kind of sell or buy order within the market, and once price triggers that area, I'll be in. So usually what I want to see, if price starts to break above these areas, and it will trigger me in. So wick, so 1 wick, 2 wicks, 3 wicks. My entry got the top of that, and then after a while, you notice the same red candle there, it actually triggered me in. Started with some small drawdown, and then this bullish candle just came. So when this bullish candle came, I know that that could be my confirmation for buys. And I had my alert set around these same highs right now. letting me know once price breaks this area and closes with a candle. I don't just want to break the area with a wick. I want it to break and close with a candle to illustrate that I actually have some kind of break of structure, that structure has been broken, that there were buyers in the market actually like that area and didn't get pushed away from sellers. So once I got that alert set, I had more confirmation that okay, the price could potentially continue to go in my favor. So there could have been two things that could have happened. Price could have broken it, pushed up, rallied up, and then give a retest back to these areas and then continue off buying. That was one scenario that I was anticipating for as well. But I also had thoughts that knowing Nas is a very impulsive pair, also US 30, it's a possibility that once price starts that trend, it can continue that momentum through the rest of the day. So if you notice, I started to float in some profits, floating profit, floating profit. Once price got to this area, because I had my TP, I had my alert setting up for a 1-to-1. So I will also have three sets of alerts. I want to know where my 1-to-1 is, where I know that I'm up whatever I was risking on the trade. This will be my stop loss. I want to know if the price went against me, and then I'll have my overall take profit alert. Let me know that my take profit was actually activated, hit, triggered. So around this area, my take profit one was hit, so it will show up as TP1, 1-to-1 hit, move stops at break even or whatsoever like that. That got triggered, and then I think I had to make a run to the bank. So when I was at the bank, I watched the chart to see, I went and monitored the chart to see if I should move stops at break even or if I should adjust any profits or things like that. So these two red candles started to form, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. This could be a pullback to actually try to go off. I'm gonna let it play out. Because I know it was, I believe 2 weeks ago, I was actually almost in the same situation where price was heading for my overall TP. I usually move my stop loss at break even at that time, but I end up moving my stop loss in profit because it was going with so much momentum. I was like, okay, it's gonna hit my take profit, but price ended up actually triggering my stop loss where I had profits, and then I'm pushing all the way up for my overall target. So that ended too well with me. They don't like that. I wasn't pleased. Although I got a 1-to-1 on that trade, they didn't like it because I could have got a 2-to-1. But I just set my alert from my stop loss. I just set my alert back to my entry. I want to see if price would have triggered there. Then when I start seeing this next bullish candle came, that's okay. This could probably finish off my momentum to go to my overall take profit. So what I did was I set my alert below the same long candle here, this long aggressive bullish candle. I set my alert below that, saying okay, I want to know if I should put out once price gets back to this area, or just monitor to see what to do, because it was already getting into New York closing time. I think this was around 3:30ish when I went. I said I'm gonna put an alert at the bottom of this, but I'm putting my take profit up here as well, as obviously to see what is what. And as soon as I left the bank and started heading my way for my son, the take profit was activated. Price came this very aggressive bullish candle, took me, and yeah, trade played out beautiful for the beginning of this week. Nice win to start this week. Needed it because last week wasn't too much. I think I traded last week just once, and that was that Wednesday. Yep, that was that Wednesday when I traded. So it was good to start this week off with this banger. Yeah, it came down to patience, came down to just being available in the market, knowing where to place your entries, knowing where to place your stops. So if the price did come down to the stop area, then I would know that okay, I'm not looking for any more buys. I can now have a potential break and retest of this area, see if I can actually carry it further along and get a retest probably of this area to continue on this trend. But all in all, price continued out. I drew my fib. Like I said, I drew my fib from impulse, pullback, be the continuation, and I can still see price possibly coming back to this green area, which aligns with this, where is it, with this same high right now, so if you notice, we got a pullback, we got a push phase there, and a nice pullback before a nice correction. But even further back, not further back, but even recently right now, you notice that price already broke these previous highs right now. That's why I made that consolidation range right there, but also a small pullback before the continuation. So I'm looking to see if price can target back to these areas right now. Let me see if I can get this. Right there. So that's the projection I'm looking to see if price can target, and then we move from there. But I'll see what tomorrow will get in store for me. Anyways, guys, you guys can if you guys like this video, subscribe. It'd be very appreciative. You can also follow me on Instagram at Maceo Fowler. And yeah, was able to make a day's pay today, man. In 5 hours. I think this took like 5 hours to play out. But yeah, less than 8 hours, and all about your account size, man. Your account size, that can also play a factor, because my goal is, like I say, my goal is around, like, just for me comfortably, my goal is anywhere from 3 to 5K weekly. I'll be good. 10K monthly, like I'll be good. I'm not a greedy person. If I could get more, I'll get more. But to be humble, to be satisfied, anywhere around there, that's gonna take care of my family, man. But hope you guys enjoyed this video, this trade breakdown, and yeah, man. Be safe. See you guys later. Peace out.